From the Fox 5 studios, this is the RebZone Sports Show.
Sponsored by Hennessy Haight, Help is Here, and by Flowing Tide Pub.
It's a matter of you can do anything that you put your mind to. And frankly, I think that goes for everyone, but in particular women. Sometimes we can be our biggest critics and stop ourselves from doing something that we are very capable of doing for whatever the reasons may be. But, I hope to inspire not just our players, but other women out there of do you and do what feels good to you and what you want to do, and you'll get it done.
Hungrier than ever. As a senior, it's my last chance, to put on a show in Vegas. So that's, all we've been talking about.
I think being 4P champs is something that's never been done before, in any conference. So I just think if we do that, it definitely put us on the map for sure and just show how big this school is and just how competitive we are.
All right, the Mountain West tournament is here, and the Lady Rebels are ready to make history this week and win 3 games in 3 days. UNLV Athletics play-by-play broadcaster Wyatt Tomchek in studio tonight, and he's brought some bling with him. Okay, we saw the Lady Rebels rocking their rings, looking for 4 rings in a row this year. It has been a historic season. I'd like to call it the dynasty of Lindy Rocque, winning 4 straight regular season titles. For you, as a broadcaster on the road and at their home games, what has this season been like for the Lady Rebels?
It's been so much fun. I mean, every year under Lindy Rocque has been a blast. Every game is just high intensity, a lot of passion is out there, and some great basketball. This season, it was a lot of question marks. Yeah. With Desiree Young graduating, UNLV lost a lot of key three-point shooters. Many people thought, hey, this might be the year that they could knock UNLV off the throne of the Mount West, and so far it hasn't happened, winning a 4th straight regular season championship, which is just extremely hard to do. It's just being consistent throughout the entirety of the year. So it's been a lot of fun, and when they give us, the hardware, which is a little heavy right now, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been so exciting to see your journey here at UNLV, a Las Vegas native. You graduated from UNLV and went straight into broadcasting. It was awesome to see a few pictures of your career, but I want to ask you what this journey has been like to be a Las Vegas native and see the rise of UNLV Athletics.
It's been a lot of fun. Born and raised in Las Vegas. My dad worked at UNLV. They called him the Vest. He wore this leather vest. He's more popular than I'll ever be at the university, but I grew up going to a lot of the Running Rebel games. I used to be the little mop boy back in the day when Kevin Kruger was going to a Sweet 16 run. Yeah. So UNLV's got a very special place in my heart. Graduated, worked in UNLV Athletics, and calling softball, women's basketball, volleyball, men's and women's soccer. Just seeing the rise it's been a lot of fun, and a lot of eyes are on this university, and it's good to see it. And with everything happening in Las Vegas, with the Golden Knights, the Aces, the Raiders, and now the Athletics coming, this is definitely the best sports town in America.
What was it about Laramie, Wyoming, the environment, the intensity in this game?
Well, I will say up in Laramie, Wyoming, the elevation is awful. I mean, even when I try to run a little bit, I'm winded. That is a big advantage for the Cowgirls. It's one of the toughest places to play, not only in the Mountain West, but in the country. Yeah. Wyoming got out to a hot start, and they could not miss from 3. UNLV was down by 11 in the first half. They switched up to a 2-3 zone on the defensive side, created a lot of chaos. But once Wyoming was able to figure it out, they were able to get a lot of open threes and just couldn't miss. 12 of 24, 50%. Yeah. I mean, when it's your night, it's your night. They are a very talented team, the number 2 team in the Mount West, and they have now the Mount West Player of the Year, Allison Fertig. Peterson had a heck of a game. So it was an unfortunate setback for UNLV, but as I was saying on the broadcast, I'm not raising the red flag, raising the alarm. I think this is just going to kind of wake up the Lady Rebels at a pivotal point. As Lindy said after the game, it's a brand new season.
Maybe she's our little secret weapon that's not so secret anymore. She's just been so tremendous. I mean, just an offensive spark plug off the bench. And we've all known what she's capable of, but you just see her getting more and more comfortable. I think you've seen that over the years with Rocque this time last year and Kiera, a couple of years ago. We've seen that trend before. So I know there's going to be big moments here in the next few games where we're going to need her to continue to deliver for us like she has.
Hungrier than ever. As a senior, it's my last chance, to put on a show in Vegas. So that's, all we've been talking about. My leadership, I think, stems from my passion. I just try to be passionate. I try to be the fire, the talker on the team. So that's kind of how I want my leadership to show up in Wyoming. I know it's going to be tough and, people are going to feel physically fatigued, but I'm going to try my best to keep them going.
Oh, well, the Lady Rebels honored a historic senior class. 4 seniors, unforgettable, 4 straight regular season titles. How emotional, how special was that senior night? But also want to ask you about the future of Lindy LaRocque's program, like Meadow Rowland and Amarachi Kimson.
Well, I kept the emotions in check because I was waiting for the final goodbye that you'll have the seniors at the end of the year. But, these 4 young ladies have made such a great impact. Macy James coming in from Oklahoma State the last 2 years. I love MJ's attitude. She does anything and everything you ask for, and the emotions don't change for her. Whatever job you tell her to do, she will do it at 110%. She's such a big key part to this team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Kennedy Winfrey, I like to call her a blue-collar player from Canyon, Texas. Her story is amazing, coming back from a torn ACL last year. It's so tough to do. I know she's had multiple knee injuries. I get so excited when she's on the court and shooting the threes. Her dad always texts me after the broadcast. Just love her and her family. Alyssa Brown, the MVP of the Mountain West tournament last year. Heart and soul, she is kind of the team mom. She makes sure everybody does everything right, make sure everyone's got their stuff before they go on a trip. And then obviously one of my favorite players is Kiara Jackson. As Kevin E. Martins like to call her, Point God Jr. She's got like 4 different nicknames. I don't know where UNLV would be without her, and she was Lindy's first recruit that committed to her, part of that great recruiting class. She took over and is arguably, I can say, one of the best point guards in UNLV history.
Absolutely. These 4 seniors are historic, and excited to see them take the court tomorrow in the Mountain West tournament. Coming up next, oh my goodness, we are headed to the pit. The Runnin' Rebels scrapped and clawed against the Lobos, but hit adversity again this season. We got Runnin' Rebel hoops on the other side. Plus, we're getting set for the Mountain West tournament at the Thomas & Mack. The Mountain West Network is giving us a behind-the-scenes look of all the hard work that goes into crowning a Mountain West champion. More RebZone after the break. March is here and the stage is set. UNLV has clinched the number 6 seed in the Mountain West tournament and will take on number 11 seed Air Force in the first round on Wednesday. UNLV is getting set for a 4 p.m. tip-off against the Falcons. The Rebels dominated Air Force on the road this season, 77-58, and at home, 77-52. Now, it's been a season of resiliency for the Runnin' Rebels, starting the year banged up and ending the year banged up. UNLV starting point guard DJ Thomas has missed the final 5 games of the regular season with a shoulder injury, and the Rebels could be without their 6th-year guard Julian Rishwain, who suffered a left knee injury in New Mexico. The Rebels' rest and recovery will be crucial before tournament action begins. So let's go down into the pit. UNLV looking to finish the regular season with 4 wins in a row in front of a sold-out, wild, hostile environment. How about a Bear Cherry dunk to start the show? The Rebels lead in New Mexico 4-2. Julian Rishwain, coming off a career-high 26, has the hot hand for the Rebs. UNLV trails New Mexico by 2. Gotta watch out for Donovan Dent, one of the best point guards in the country, coming in hot for the steal and dunk. New Mexico up by 4. Rebels and Lobos scrapping. Brooklyn Hicks drives to the rim for the bucket and 1. UNLV down by 2 at the half, 40-38. No Julian Rishwain to start the second half, out with a knee injury. The Rebels pick up the pace without him. UNLV steals the lead, 43-40. Jaden Henley showing off his moves, flies past Donovan Dent to the rim. Henley and his Rebels trying to come out with a win in New Mexico, but the Lobos would go on a 12-0 run down the stretch and dominate the last 4 minutes of this ball game. New Mexico's Nally Jr. Joseph would score a game-high 26 points as the defending Mountain West champions roll into the Thomas & Mack as the number 1 seed. The Rebels say they're ready to bounce back in the Mountain West tournament.
I think that we're ready to go. It was a tough game out there. We fought. It was just the last 4 minutes of that game, and we believe that we could put a full 4 together for 4 straight games and go make a run.
Oh, they've done nothing but fight and compete. I mean, it's been one curveball after the next for them for roster and rotations and roles and they've done nothing but fight. I mean, they're kind kind of at the 2.5 minute mark, we're still we've got a chance to have a good possession or two and make it real tight. And New Mexico made some good plays, and so you got to tip your hat to them. But guys have done nothing but fight and compete.
Let's get back out to the Thomas and Mack for senior night. The Runnin' Rebels honored 4 seniors on Tuesday night. 2 Las Vegas natives, Isaiah Cottrell and Jalen Hill, ready to get a dub over SDSU. The Aztecs would throw the first punch on Tuesday night. The Rebels turn the ball over, and Miles Bird scores the first bucket for SDSU. The Mountain West Player of the Week responds. Jaden Henley pulls up from deep, and the Rebs would steal the lead over the Aztecs. This was Julian Rishwain's night. Going off on senior night, Rishwain scored 13 first half points, finishing the half 3 of 5 from deep. And hey, what about another 3 ball for Jaden Henley? What can this junior guard do? Mountain West Player of the Week. Rebels trail SDSU 17-15. SDSU and UNLV trading threes. SDSU knocks down this second chance 3, and the Aztecs run into the locker room up by 2 at the half. Second half, and the Mountain West Player of the Week, Henley can't miss. The Rebels are on fire on senior night. Julian Swishreen knocks down his 5th 3 of the night. But wait, it gets better. Look at this half-court assist to Bear Cherry. Oh my, the roof just flew off the Thomas and Mack. The Rebels are up 46-42 over the Aztecs, and they're not done. Jalen Hill with the steal sends it down to Jalen Bedford. Oh my goodness, Bedford pulls up from deep. Too pretty. The Rebs up by 1. The cinema continues with Swishreen to a little cherry on top. The Rebels can't get enough. UNLV up 59-56. And hey, what a night for Julian Rishwain. His 6th 3-ball, you bet. Rishwain scores a career high 26 over the Aztecs. UNLV sweeps SDSU for the first time since the 2012 season.
We're 6th seed right now, I think, and no one really thinks we're going to do stuff. We keep winning these games, and I think we're building momentum going into the conference tournament and into our next game. And I just think, just new guys are stepping up and hitting big shots. Me tonight, Jay Hill other games, Jay Hill tonight, Spread, Bedford, Cherry. Everyone's just kind of elevating their game in a positive way, and we're winning these games. So, it's a new look on the Rebels, but we're figuring it out,
I just couldn't be more proud of them. It's something you'll remember forever. Like I talked to them when they asked me, that I still remember the day and the game, and to go out with a win, especially against a good team like San Diego State that's, just controlled the conference for 20 years. Like I said, it's something they'll remember forever, so I'm just really happy for them.
Coming up next, we're going one-on-one with Las Vegas native Jalen Hill. The 6th-year forward has battled through one injury after another, but still comes out and competes, bringing the energy every night. We'll hear what the local hooper has to say about his college career after the break. Jaden Henley named Mountain West Player of the Week. How do you feed off his energy during the games?
First off, I'm very proud of him. He definitely deserves all the credit that he's getting. He's overcame a lot too, and I just believe that he makes things easier on every single person out there for us.
You guys have won 5 of your last 6 games. Talk about how your team has just been so resilient when anything comes your way this season.
Yeah, I think we've overcame a lot. From getting hurt, for players getting hurt, banged up, to us going on a losing streak, and then the way we're still able to bounce back, respond, just means a lot. And I just think it shows the pride that we have being here at UNLV.
I'd say you're doing it all too, the dunks and the rebounds and the free throws as well. Mentally, talk about your confidence right now.
I think it's high. The coaches have poured a lot into me, and I give credit to them because I was definitely going through a stretch this year where I wasn't feeling like me, but they never stopped thinking that I could be who I used to be, and that means a whole lot for me.
Your family support on the road and at home, it's been so fun to see all of them. How much does your family mean to you?
It means everything. Family's a core value of mine. So just being able to see them at away games, home games, just means a whole lot because without them, I wouldn't be here.
A lot of locals love to watch the RebZone. What advice, what can you tell high school hoopers? What can they learn from your basketball journey?
Just to push. Not everything's going to be green. Like the grass isn't always green. So, you know, just keep pushing. You're going to go through tough times, and it might not be now. It might be later on in life in general, and just don't ever quit.
All right, Jalen Hill has been hooping for the Runnin' Rebels. Love that he's a Las Vegas native. Love his story of overcoming adversity, all of his injuries, and look at his stats of his past 2 games against SDSU and New Mexico. No doubt Jalen Hill is bringing a fight on Wednesday against Air Force. Still more RebZone to come here on the RebZone. We got a lot more hoops going over with Kiara Jackson mic'd up, Lindy Rocque mic'd up as they get ready for tournament action at the Thomas and Mack. We'll hear Wyatt's final thoughts on what it's going to take from the Lady Rebels to win their 4th straight Mountain West championship. And I know Rebel Nation is fired up for Dan Mullen's first spring ball at UNLV. Coach Mullen has dominated the transfer portal, and his guys are hitting the field for spring ball at the end of the month. We're talking a little UNLV football after the break.
Every day across America, portable courts are being laid down in packed arenas and championship stages. These floors become the battlegrounds where dreams are chased, rivalries are forged, and legends are made. And the heart of northern Wisconsin is where our journey begins. It starts not in a factory, but in nature itself. A mighty tree, standing tall against the passage of time. At Acer Sports Flooring, we transform raw, natural strength into the dynamic energy of sport. Here, science and art dance in a delicate balance, transforming nature's strength into an arena for dreams and determination. Every step of our process is steeped in a commitment to excellence. From the initial vision on paper to the final moments of assembly.
Ooh, I'm excited for the Mountain West tournament. The Lady Rebels are the #1 seed again this year, tipping off tomorrow at noon. But before we dive in to their dominance, let's hear from Kiara Jackson and Lindy Rocque mic'd up.
Hi, my name is Kiara, and I'm a point guard at UNLV, and I'm a senior. Good. Aussie, Aussie. Last one. So this team is very close, and I love that about us because I know like some of my friends don't have that experience where they get along with their teammates. So I'm just like very grateful to be a part of a team where we all get along. Like we always hang out with each other, the whole team. It's been nice getting to be around them all the time and make memories, and I think they've helped me like get out of my shell a bit and just open up more, so I'm very thankful to them for that. I really love my teammates. I know AB and Ken were on here, and we've been here since freshman year together, so I just think getting to grow up with them and just seeing us like from freshman year like as little babies to now has been so much fun, and just seeing all the success we've had, and just the coaching staff, Coach Lindy and all of them. It's been amazing just getting to learn from them, not only on the court but also off the court, and I've just had a great time making all these memories with them. Probably happened too fast.
This shot or that shot or Rocche's might be the first look. We got it? Yep. Here you go.
Coach Lindy has helped me a lot. I mean, she gives me so much confidence. I think there's sometimes where she believes in me more than I believe in myself sometimes, but she's just like helped me grow not only on the court but also off the court. Like she cares about us.
Want to play hard? Here you go. Like trust the work that you've done all year long. All year long. All right? Same. Talk to each other. Just like Ellie says. Mine. Let's go. I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. One of the few natives maybe here, and I'm just extremely humbled to be the head coach here at UNLV. I've been the benefit to learn from some of the greatest coaches that the game has ever seen, in Tara Vanderveer and Sherry Cole, a Hall of Famer, both Hall of Famers. And so, you know, I try to just imitate them a little bit and take what I've learned, put my own spin on it, and again, just try to impact these young women and be a great example for them.
Oh, great to hear from the Lady Rebels. Lindy's energy, her competitiveness. What do you respect about the Mountain West Coach of the Year?
You know, I like to say that Lindy coaches like how I watch football. intense, and you just get so animated. And I love it. She has a passion for this game and a passion for her players and wants to see them succeed. It is such a treat to watch her coach.
Yeah, speaking of football, we got to talk about the dominant year UNLV football is coming off. First 11-win season since 1984. Spring ball is right around the corner. Are you excited for UNLV football, man?
I am. I used to work for the football team from 2012 to 2020. During that time, we only had one winning season, so it was really nice to see what Barry Odom did the last 2 years, and just a home run hire to get Dan Mullen. He's won over 100 games, 10 win seasons at Mississippi State and Florida. I'm super excited. I think that this UNLV football program is taking the right step to not be at the bottom of the Mountain West, but to be one of the top teams in the Mountain West and hopefully competing for a playoff spot every year.
Well, Wyatt, thank you so much for joining us in studio. The Mountain West tournament is getting started. We'll see you next Sunday on the RebZone.